All right, happy Halloween, everybody. I'm Cool40 here. This is the long-awaited Ghostrick deck profile for the day that you all saw the lovely match to earlier. Maybe we go ahead and profile this. Just have a little fun discussion with it because, well, Ghostricks are probably the best thing. We thought about doing a Charmer deck profile for Halloween, but we ended up not doing it. So I ended up scouring through YouTube, kind of looking for deck bases to start with. We found one, and Barr and me started theorizing, modifying the deck, and this is what we came up with. I think we finished 3-1 after like good 2 hours of testing this morning. I'm not disappointed. I mean, yeah, we beat Salmon, great. We beat Heroes. I don't remember the last thing we beat was, but very, very happy with the results in general. Now, a few things to point out about Ghostricks. Quaking Mirror Force in the current format. We were thinking about playing Quaking, but we ended up going against it because things like Goki and Thunder Dragons do exist. We wanted something like Storming to kind of push out those resources. Yes, you can set them, but if your opponent link summons, you can't really do anything about those monsters because they cannot be flipped face down. So inherently, we found the best thing that we could actually do to kind of prevent that situation was just take them out for Stormings, just because Stormings generate more advantage for us. So that's probably going to be the first thing you're going to look at when you're looking at this and being like, ugh. Now, number 2, Pot of Indulgence. We wanted a draw engine in this deck because one of the things that we've found in the past with Ghostricks is you need some sort of turbo ability. Now, one of the things you're going to be looking at down in the extra deck is you're probably like, well, you only have one main deck target for Waking the Dragon. We boarded in the second, and it's just because we couldn't find the room to kind of stick in Last Warrior. But you'll be able to kind of board out depending on the matchup for how you see fit, especially for this. And I think there was one game, actually I think it was the one that you guys saw, that Pot of Indulgence came in very clutch for a lot of the situations. I think this card is phenomenal. You don't do any drawing in this deck outside of Indulgence itself. And you know, things like Desires, milling your resources in a slow deck are bad. Duality wouldn't be terrible, but you're playing Ghostricks, once again. Kind of a no-fly zone there. So I do think that Indulgence is probably the best way to go about it. Now, why Ghostricks of all things? Well, it is Halloween, and when I think of Halloween, I think Ghostricks. All of the art definitely kind of brings home the feel of the little Ghostrick mansion, things like that. And there are a lot of ways to play Ghostricks. Trust me. We went down the paradigm. We kind of looked through every build that was going on out there, and we settled at 42. 42. I didn't see a problem with it. I think 42 kind of gives us a little bit more of a safe haven. And the other reason is, like, I didn't feel comfortable only playing 2 Drowning and 2 Storming. Like, honestly, the 40 card build, those were what we were cutting, was the additional Drowning and the Storming. And honestly, with Pot of Indulgence, I think you can get away with the 42 because this is just more of your turbo ability. Now, you gotta remember, Indulgence is random, so you kind of have to manage your resources a little bit. And as long as things don't go so bad for you, you should be able to capitalize on that general win condition of attacking your opponent through Ghostrick Mansion. We don't do Succubus. No, 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 no. It's Angel of Mischief. We never get to the 10 for the victory condition. No, no, no. That's not how this works. God, I actually wish it did. So, onwards and upwards to the monsters. So, Ghostrick Bell cannot be normal summon unless you control a Ghostrick monster. Once per turn, you can change this face down card to defense mode, and then when this card is flipped face up during the end phase, changes many face up monsters on the field. It's possible to face down defense mode, and then you can special summon one Ghostrick monster from your deck in face down defense mode, whose level is less than or equal to the number of monsters to flip face down. Getting that special summon off of her is really good. Now, Mr. Jack Frost is actually really good. Cannot be normal summon unless you control Ghostrick. They all have this clause, by the way. So, when your opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can change the attacking monster to face down defense mode. If you do, special summon this guy from your hand. Who else doesn't like effects that you can use on your opponent's turn to force your opponent to kind of pass? He is a hand trap. It's kind of one of the reasons why we love this guy. Now, against Link monsters, this card's kind of worthless. Now, Mr. Lantern. So, once per turn, change it to face down defense mode, of course. When opponent's monster declares a direct attack, or when a Ghostrick monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can negate that attack and do special summon this card from your hand in face down defense mode. So, kind of in the same way Jack Frost flips an opponent's monster down to effectively kind of negate an attack, we have Mr. Lantern here, who negates an attack for any Ghostrick, and then will special summon himself out in face down defense mode. Actually, not too bad for what you want. Now, Mary, once per turn you can change this card to face down defense mode. Of course, I got all this. When you take damage, you can discard this card, special summon one Ghostrick from your deck in face down defense mode. Literally, this is going to be kind of the heart and soul to kind of turbo through your options, kind of get you where you want. I know a lot of people prefer Jingashi in the deck, but it didn't seem that good. Now, Neko Masume. When a level 4 higher monster is almost special summon, trades that monster to face down defense mode. There must be another Ghostrick monster on the field to activate and to resolve this effect. She's actually really good. In fact, she's 400 is kind of wimpy, but no real problems, honestly, if you're able to kind of blink an opponent's effect. Like, I definitely really like that about her. And then, Witch. So, once per turn, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change it to face-down defense mode. She's 1200. This is just going to kind of give you the ability to make sure that you can run over whatever your opponent's trying to put out in front of you. And I definitely think, for what she does, she might be probably one of the best ones just for answering those pesky things. But once again, she doesn't do anything to Link monsters. It's something a lot of people need to understand. Now, Ghostrick Mansion is where a lot of things start to get interesting. So, monsters cannot attack face-down defense position monsters, but can attack directly if all the opponent's monsters are in face-down defense mode. All effect damage and battle damage inflicted by monsters other than Ghostrick monsters becomes halved. So this is actually where your win con is going to be. Your life points are going to kind of be that buffer that you're going to need to have access to kind of slow down the game state. And that's what Mansion does, while you're attacking your opponent for bigger value, actually. Now, I've already explained Pot of Indulgence, why this card is actually good. I think it's one of the best cards in the deck. Triple Swords of Concealing Light. This is just kind of make sure that we can lock down the opponent's stuff. I can tell you that I'll be rotating this in Book of Eclipse, but depending on the matchup, just to make sure that we can lock down our opponent's cards. And then, of course, 2 Terraforming to get to Mansion. Now, Traps, Triple Drowning. When your opponent's monster declares a direct attack, shuffle all opponent's attack position monsters into the deck. This seems really good with Mansion. And of course, Triple Ghostrick Knight. When a Ghostrick monster is on the field, your opponent cannot flip summon. When this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, your opponent cannot declare an attack for the rest of this turn. So, as long as you can get all your opponent's monsters to face down, your opponent's locked. They can't do shit with them. I actually really like this. Now, contrary to popular belief, Link monsters still do hurt this deck, but it's absolutely fine as long as you can stop the sources before they start making Link monsters. And this is what I was talking about with Book of Eclipse. Like, you kind of get a cool little thing, yeah. There's the interaction with them flipping face up, but it is what it is. Like, with Swords of Concealing Light, you get a little bit more of a soft loop, but yeah. Of course, Triple Ghostrick. Scare target any number of face-down Ghostrick monsters you control. Change them to face-up defense mode. Count the number of Ghostrick monsters among them, and if you do, change that many face-up monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense mode, minimum 1. And of course, all the fun shit that comes with this. Now, of course, we are playing one Ghostrick go around once during the battle phase. Activate the following effect. So you get one of them. Target one Ghostrick monster control, change that target to face down defense position. If you change one face down defense position monster your opponent controls to face up attack position. Or you can target one face down defense position monster you control to face up, and if you do, if it is a Ghostrick monster, change one face down monster your opponent controls to face down defense position. Just the merry-go-round. And of course I already explained Storming Mirror Force. Now the extra deck, pretty staple-esque, honestly, for what you're trying to do here. 1 Wee Witch's Apprentice, 1 Link Kuriboh, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Cerberus, 1 Borreload, 1 Ultimate Falcon, 2 So Cute to Boss, triple Dulhan, and of course triple Ghostrick Angel of Mischief, those 10 conditions. It's never going to come up, but yeah. And then, of course, we have triple Ash Blossom on the side. One last away from another planet. Triple Book of Eclipse. Triple Evenly. 2 Impermanence. And triple Waking the Dragon. Honestly, for a Halloween special, I think this deck is a lot of fun. I remember the last time I actually had fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm kind of surprised to say that myself, but watching Barr play this and a little bit myself, like, it was genuinely really fun. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you guys have a good, safe Halloween for what's left of it, guys. Please stay classy, and remember, enjoy the rest of your holiday, guys, because tomorrow's November 1st, and the Christmas music begins. Peace out. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.